PACA is the Park Avenue Community Association, which is an association of homeowners, residences, and businesses that have the interests of Park Avenue in their heart. Park Avenue had fallen into really rough times. The neighborhood was fallen down. There were streetwalkers, drunks. It was not well lit at night. Downtown became a seedy area that pizza delivery would not deliver to this location.
I knew that it could be better than it was. We would need to have a collective in order to make things better.
A lot of us are busy, but if we all give a little, we can do a lot. And I think that the city sees that with our community organization.
A lot of the change that I have seen since I came back and been involved in PACA is that there have been even more young people with families. A lot of the PACA membership was older when I joined, but they had worked with it from the beginning. And now we have new people, new ideas.
I think that there's a lot going on. I consider Hot Springs a hidden gem for a small town. I think that it's quite progressive and has an interesting mix of people.
Various members of the Park Avenue Community Association will take on projects from time to time.
In 2013, we raised $210,000 so we could partnership with the city to apply for the outdoor recreation grant, which was awarded to the David F. Watkins Park. When we first started wanting to make those improvements, we met with David Watkins, and he's a hero to our neighborhood because he was real committed, especially to this site.
David talked about Rain to Recreation that day. He talked about how green spaces and moving water provide tranquility, and that having a space like that in a community provides a sense of community. It's a place for you to gather, it's a place for you to meet your neighbors.
My deepest thanks go to the men and women of Hot Springs, and particularly the Park Avenue area, for making this absolute dream of my dad's come true. That this will be just such a great place for joy and brightness for generations to come, and I thank everybody who helped make that possible.
We do have one component left of this park, and that's the splash pad, and we've raised $40,000. The majority of the grants we've written have been through the Community Development Block Grant process, and that's what's done a lot of the infrastructure work in this park. It has done all of the crosswalks, the rain gardens, the bus shelters, the flashing pedestrian beacons. Hannah Mills has led the historic streetlight campaign going up Park Avenue.
We have found that there's a lot of dark spots on the sidewalks at night. We started thinking about how to slow traffic and how to make our people safer, and one of the things was we need to light our neighborhood better.
We spent pretty much an entire year researching lights. Then we decided, okay, we've found the light we want, then began the process of raising money. We started fundraising through Summerfest and through sending letters out and sending requests to people. It took us a while, but we finally raised enough for that first light. Then we've got something to show. People can see what it's going to look like, see what it does. Then it became time to do some really big fundraisers. There's been several projects. Of course, the garden.
This garden was an abandoned lot. We had invited the city manager to one of our PACA meetings, and he said, "You need to make your street look better." And we all knew immediately that this was the area that needed the most attention. And being right in the middle of the neighborhood, it made good sense. I think it symbolizes life. You can't get any more basic than this, than the magic of putting a seed in the ground and watching something come up that can feed you. Several young couples have moved into the neighborhood just on the strength of the garden being here.
Hot Springs offered us everything we were looking for. It's got nature around every doorstep. Everything from trails to mountain bikes to rock hounding, fishing, water sports, hunting, national land, parkland. The Northwood Trails are a unique mountain biking trail assembly. It's 26 miles in total, and they're constantly expanding it.
You get to see the beginning of the watershed, at the mountains, and you can follow it down Hot Springs Creek and then and when the greenway is completed, all the way to the lakes.
I think that the future of the Park Avenue community is very bright. We're already seeing a lot of new people and improvements being made. The simplest and easiest way to help improve our community here is just to communicate with one another so that we can all be on the same page about what's going on, what we're doing, and what to be concerned about.
We encourage people to simply get out and clean up their neighborhoods with a pair of gloves and a grabber and a bucket. Just very simple things like that can have a big, big impact on neighborhoods.
The Park Avenue neighborhood is full of folks who are dedicated to this neighborhood. They have a love. I mean, I think if you could have a slogan, it's, "We love our neighborhood."
The overall goal is to make our neighborhood walkable, bikeable, accessible, and safe.
One of the things that I feel that we could do to improve as an association is to get more people in the neighborhood involved. We represent such a varied demographic of people, and being that Hot Springs has been known historically as a place where people come together all the way back when it was Manitoka, and neighboring tribes would come here to enjoy the healing waters and come in peace. I hope that we could find a modern day version of that.